Hi, Anne. Gonna wait for a few more folks to get in here. How you doing this evening? It's been a tough couple days. Hi, Kathleen. Gonna wait to see if a few more people pop in. This is impromptu. It's late. I just finished doing Roland Martin. Have my glass of wine. I just feel like talking. Oh, my goodness. You know, I started the week. For me, what caught my attention obviously is 19 drones in Poland's airspace, right? Um, Reminiscent to not necessarily the large scale attack with tanks that Hitler did in 1939, which is also in September, but Russia kind of pushing those boundaries. Um, and Putin has this kind of weird, convoluted um, attention to details when it comes to history. And I don't think that him doing this in September is, a coincidence. And then, our president saying, well, maybe it was a mistake because, of course, Russia said that it wasn't their drones. They threw Belarus under the bus. But then, in our own context, in our own country, the day before 9/11, we have what many are assuming was a political killing in Utah. I need this glass of Bordeaux. Being in national security and foreign policy right now. Yeah, absolutely. The timing. In this country, we have been in some challenging times before. And in many ways, we have we have more than what our parents and grandparents had, right? And definitely I have more than my enslaved ancestors. Hi, Kay. Um, my team just texted me that our promo for our 9/11 special is done. I'm gonna spend a few more times with few more minutes with you all, but you know, I know that I have more. I have access to more than my enslaved ancestors, right? So to sit up here to be able to enjoy my Bordeaux after being on a top 40 YouTube show for the last 2 hours and, having different privileges that the folks who came before us didn't have, and to be critical of our current moment, a little bit of it feels like, do I have the right to be critical? And the answer is yes. We have every right to be critical. Um, because for many of us, we were sold an American dream and we believed in that American dream. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've heard so many people say that we got too complacent, we got too comfortable, we didn't have to sacrifice anything. But weren't all the sacrifices for that American dream? Or someone who looks like me, a woman and Black, descended from slaves, I can go to college, I can get a PhD, I can go to Harvard. for women who are able to vote, to have bank accounts on our own, like, isn't that what all the sacrifice was for? Fighting the world war so there would not be another Poland in September. Hi, Martinique. Isn't that what all the sacrifice was for? And to be scolded for being too comfortable, for being too complacent, which is how, some people are saying this is how what's happening to our country wound up happening is because we got too comfortable and too complacent. And I'm like, well, growing up in the 80s, I was always sold the American dream. And that's what I worked my whole life towards. So some of y'all talk to me in the comments because, okay, my team is being aggressive and they're calling me because we have a 9/11 promo dropping tonight on my show Nightcap on the Persist Network. Oh my God, they are being really aggressive. Um, we did a whole 9/11 special. We talked to congressional folks. We talked to a lot of New Yorkers are on the special. We talked to a young woman whose father died of um, 9/11 related cancer. Oh wow. Um, I'm going to come back, but let me go and talk to my team because I want to continue this conversation about the American dream and what the F does that mean now in 2025? Who gets to take part in this American dream? Because right now, as I sit here with my Bordeaux, I can tell you it doesn't feel like, as a Black woman, whatever this new vision of America is, it doesn't feel like I am part of that vision. So I'm going to come back. Let me go talk to my team. But thank you so much for joining me and be on the lookout because I'm going to come back and finish this conversation. All right, y'all. BRB.